Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Something Out of Nothing. Once again, I am Bill Yin, aka No Nickels Nate, aka Seven Shoulders Sammy, aka the esteemed Dr. Donovan Dumbvoice himself. MD, by the way, that's majorly dumb. And you can also call me Kyle. That's what some people call me, those crazy ones out there anyway. And in today's video, what I was going to be doing is kicking off the second official series of Something Out of Nothing. Much like I did with the comeback story, I was going to, do it as a, episode 0/introduction. So kind of a half and half thing. And that's why I'm, number zeroing it. Before we get into it, a few things. They'll become the usual things that I got to let you know up front. Number one, any links that I mentioned will be in the description. Number two, also in the description is going to be a disclaimer video. Basically, it's just the don't sue me video that most finance related channels, do. Well, they don't even do the video. They'll say it like every single time. I didn't want to have to give you the speech every single time, so make sure you've watched the disclaimer and that you invest responsibly. And that if you don't invest responsibly, hey, that's cool. Just don't sue me for it, hey. And, that's pretty much going to cover that. There is one other thing before we get into it. That is the quote of the day. This one comes from a fellow colleague of the medical community, none other than, Dr. Hannibal Lecter. And the good doctor has said, "I will either find a way or make one." And I felt like that's a nice positive message to establish for this particular video here. So just don't use it for cannibalism, and find a positive way to apply that. And then this is kind of unrelated to the video, but it does bring me back to one other thing that just kind of goes along with all of it. These videos, a lot of these series, not all of them, but a lot of them depend upon, honesty, transparency, and just being open, kind of keeping it real, if you will. So, if I had any affiliates or sponsors or partners, those kind of things, I would let you know up front, and I would tell you who they are, what they pay out, everything like that. Again, it's 100% transparency here. And that's, for the most part, that's a big reason why I don't edit these videos. The second, big reason why I don't edit them is because who wants to do that? And why would you do that when you have such a great excuse as, hey, I'm showing that, I'm not cutting nothing out. Like, exactly. But anyway, Burger King, I just thought this was super awesome. The news on it just broke like a few hours ago, so I've been telling everybody. So I'm telling you guys. I don't know how long it runs for. I don't know the full specifics, but basically if you spend $5 at Burger King, now they are giving out cryptocurrency with every order of $5 or more. I know that they're doing like the, it's DOGE coin. People have, fuss about how to pronounce that. And I say Doge, but I'm not even getting into it. But I think you get one of those with every order of the $5 or more. And then they have 20 Bitcoins and 200 Ethereum, I believe, were the numbers. I don't know if they're like breaking that out and just giving random people like $100 worth, or if they're giving out, those whole amounts, because those Bitcoins are like over 60,000 right now. 61, 64 seems to be the common area. And then the Ethereum is, between 44, 46, pushing, $5,000. And again, I thought it was awesome. Thought it was worth sharing. I don't work with the Burger King. I totally would, though. Burger King, if you're out there, hit me up. What do I mean if the Burger King is out there? Clearly, the Burger King is watching right now. He's the only guy subscribed to this channel, and he just looks at me, with that weird Burger King face. But anyway, second series of Something Out of Nothing is called Blockbusters. Now, I know, people from my era, they're thinking the movie place, close, very close, but very close in the sense that, you know, financially we're probably about on the same level. But yeah, not. I actually stole this image from apparently like a 1980s game show this was their reboot as an app where you could play that 80s game show or something. Like, I don't know. When I saw this logo, I thought it was a crypto project, but it wasn't. But it was a cool logo, and I didn't feel like, you know, I was working on one. But hey, you know, when you got this bad boy right here, you don't need to. I'll fix it later, but for now, you get the nice 1980s logo. But my usage of the name Blockbusters was because, you know, the theme of the series was to kind of take like the Mythbusters and combine that with finance, and more so the rewards and referral programs, those kind of things. Basically places that promise you money for signing up or, you know, doing stuff on their platform. It was pretty much going there and testing those, you know, on video, and, you know, either confirming it or busting it. I guess the only plausible would be, you know, my thoughts going into it. Is it plausible it's going to pay out? Whatever. I'm usually hopeful that it will, but anyway, that's you know, that's pretty much how it goes. You know, if we bust them, well, you guys will see it and you'll know. If we confirm them, probably, you know, just run down the pros and cons of using it, and again, you know, kind of show you the pros and cons as well. But yep, like I said, that's pretty much it for the introduction of part of the series. So now we will actually, you know, run through one real quick. And this one here, it was a Telegram Ethereum miner. It was just called ETH miner bot or something like that. And I know that sounds suspect off the gate. However, I mean, I've had better luck on Telegram than I have on most of the websites and stuff out there, no matter how fancy or awesome they look. Two of the best looking, well, actually more like 4 or 5 of the best looking websites I've seen. Like if you saw WoW Doge or Doge Land, those were games that were built, they were beautiful, and they ended up being scams. Whereas Telegram, I had Doge Click, which has, you know, 3 or 4 different bots. It's got like Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin. Like every one of those I've confirmed payouts on. I've, you know, done it with ONYX, Tron, like, you know, everything other than, you know, miscellaneous airdrops, which, you know, the kind of risk you're taking when you're doing those airdrops. Everything other than airdrops has paid out as advertised, except this thing right here. So pretty much the way that it worked was you had to interact with it once a day, kind of like a Pi or, you know, the 1800 mobile mining apps that are ripping off Pi, but I still run them just in case. Because, I mean, yeah, you just log in, hit a button once a day, and that's it. As far as why I thought it was plausible, well, number one, it didn't, you know, usually they'll try to force you into spending money. Like, they'll make it almost contingent upon you to spend money. They didn't do that. They did have the option to go premium, as do a lot of places, but, you know, it didn't, you know, gun to the head you, so that was a plus. It had a payment channel. It wasn't like flying off the hook crazy or anything. You would see one like every great once in a while again. Then you had the, what's it called there? Think of it in a second. You know, as far as the like stuff that it was acquiring from you or that it wanted you to do, it was put in your wallet address, not your keys or anything, just the address, your email address, and you had to refer 10 people. And, you know, the way I looked at it was it's probably a good way to weed out bots is to require a couple of referrals anyway. So the big thing was it took me from like December to August of using it every single day and running, you know, I had the referrals, like I had a good half of them, you know, 5 or 6 for the majority of that time. And as you'll see here, you know, you were supposed to get 10% of those earnings. So basically a bonus 0.005 for each one. You know, that was like a one-time thing, and then you got 10% of what they mined. Well, I referred myself a few times, So I know I had a few of these going basically 24/7 every day. And even doing that, it still took 8-9 months for it to, that's how long it takes to have a child. So yeah, what I'm showing here in the video was the first time I had finally cleared the mandatory 10 referrals. It knocks me back down to 8. Well, I just assumed that was because I had, referred myself. And it was the second time it had done it, though. So I actually used those paid-to-click, DOGE and those places. Again, I'll link them in the description because they do work. They're pretty awesome. And I use them to advertise. I used the money that I had made from using them to advertise this here, and I got my 4 referrals pretty much literally, I think within a day. Wish I'd have done it sooner. But as you can see here, it's going to actually let me withdraw. It doesn't take the referrals back. So again, it puts me back to the plausible. So I go and get my wallet address. Right here, what I'm doing is making sure that wallet is correct so that they can't, try to say, hey, your wallet was wrong or something like that. So I'm double checking basically. And it does end up being correct. I'm going to try to fast forward here. So yeah, I go in and get it from Coinbase, paste it in, sit there and kind of, check the double digits. And then I get this. I get the withdrawal successfully image. And don't know if you saw, that was August 17th, 2021. And it is currently November 3rd, and I haven't received that. It did say, it'd take a couple weeks. It's been well beyond that. I think I've gave them more than a reasonable time. The bot also doesn't work anymore. I guess maybe I was the first guy to stick it out because I've tried it on different devices, things like that, and it doesn't work for any of those different IPs, different states. No way that it should be linked to me, and it doesn't work. So I think it's done for good. But yep, I wanted to, leave you something that does work and something that does pay, end on a positive note. So I've got Coin Hunt World here. It's my absolute favorite. It promotes fitness. It's educational. It's the Too Good to Be True app. It's free. It pays every Tuesday, and you earn Bitcoin and Ethereum for, basically going out and answering trivia questions. They'll put them at like public locations. The boxes respawn like twice a day. Just all kinds of awesomeness to it. I'm not going to go full on into it. There's an older video on the channel that does, but that's an older version of the game. It's done a lot of cool updates, graphics, things like that. Just overall improvements. It is in like beta, so iPhones, you have to get an app called Test Flight. It may or may not work. If it does not work, I do have a workaround if you really want to get it. This code here will get you $2. As long as you use it. And there will be a link in the description. And then again, I'll throw in the Brave web browser. I don't have a referral for it, but again, it's just super awesome. I highly recommend trying it with the Presearch, which I'll throw in the description too. Again, that's getting paid for doing things that you're already doing. And Presearch, it was up, I think, almost 25 cents a piece. You get 25 just for using my link, and then 25 more for every person that you refer. So again, you're earning. Presearch is a search engine like Google. It actually will draw the same results as Google. You won't even hardly notice any difference in it and Google. Same with the Brave browser and Google Chrome. The big differences are the speed, because they are not selling your data, because they're protecting you from all these trackers and things like that. They're faster, and big difference on the speed. They'll even show you how much time it has saved you, as well as how many thousands and thousands of things. Like I'm already to 30, 40,000, 300 to 400,000 bugs and trackers and things that they've blocked, as well as 50, 60 hours or something like that. It's crazy. But again, getting paid for doing things you're doing anyway on things that you won't even notice the difference if you're at least a Google user. But that's pretty much going to do it. Again, we'll cover, Presearch, Brave, Coin Hunt World, all those things more extensively down the line. I just wanted to give you something to earn with, especially since they will factor over into the comeback story. Blockbusters, we will be back, and hopefully, we'll be doing some confirmations too, some positive stuff here. And I still don't have a cool catchphrase. I'm trying to rush out of here so that it's not a 500-minute long video. But for now, the best I got is have a great day. Take care, stay safe, and get paid.